Counting off a tune. My main intention here is to head a mistake off at the pass that I see quite frequently, especially from younger players who have less experience, but I experience it in professional situations sometimes too, which is where a person hasn't found the tempo that they want to communicate to the band before they start to count off. So here's an example. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you count the tune off that way, there's no way the rhythm section is going to understand what you mean. Could be the same thing going faster. So the trick is to find the tempo that you want to communicate in your body first. You can use a metronome to get to know the way some tempos feel, get to know the atmosphere of some of the tempos that are available to you. But as I say, the thing that's important is to find it first and communicate what you're feeling. It's not just mathematical information that you're communicating, it's also a feeling of how you want the tune to go. So if I'm gonna count off a medium tune, I find it in my body first. Once I have it, then I say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've given something very clear. If I want to go a little faster, or say in 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That wasn't my first click was not very good. That might have gotten the band off to a little bit of an unsteady start. So it's really important to be clear about what you're doing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And another aspect of that, especially if you're in front of a big band or any ensemble with more people, to tell them what you're going to do. I'll give you 4 bars. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's very clear what's happening. I'll give you 6 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Clear communication gets the music off to a clear start. If the band comes in together and is feeling the tempo together, the music is going to gel a lot faster. And you can get it off to the wrong start by not being clear in your body with what you're doing. Okay, and then the next level of that is I prefer myself, whenever possible, to start the music off with music. So, for example, if I'm going to start off, if I want the band to play All the Things You Are, especially if I'm in a jam session situation and somebody is liable to go, oh, All the Things You Are again. If I really want to play that tune, then rather than asking if everybody wants to play All the Things You Are, I might just start it off, start the intro myself. And if I can do that in a way that has a vibe and gets everybody excited to play the tune, it's just some music. It doesn't matter what the tune is as much, if I've done it in a way that gets the tune off to a strong start. So you might not always want to be aggressive like that, just starting a tune off without clearing it with everybody. But it can be a nice solution to a problem where nobody is able to decide on a tune. But anyway, that's a little bit of a digression from what I really want to say, which is if you can start the tune off with some music, then you're giving the musicians something to respond to rather than just a count off. So that would sound like I'm finding the tempo before I start. Okay, I cracked a few notes there. And when I did, I continued. That's the same attitude. I'm trying to keep that attitude in the videos. If I don't play something perfect, rather than starting it over, I try to show what I would do on the bandstand, which is once I'm in, I'm in. I'm not going to take the horn out of my mouth and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that." I'm going to drive through and try to set the thing off in a good direction. So maybe I'll try that at a little slower tempo. And what I'm trying to do is communicate to the band what I want the tune to feel like. Okay, And you get the idea. So I didn't know how that was going to feel until I started to feel it. I knew the tempo I wanted to play, but I started to find the vibe as I was doing it. So that's the kind of setup that I like to have for a tune, is to find the tempo in my body, set it up in a way that feels good, and let the band respond to something that feels good. That way we're all going in a good direction right from the beginning. So you can practice, as I say, with a metronome, using the metronome to give you a tempo, and then see if you can find that tempo in your body and learn to communicate it. You can practice some of the traditional intros. Songs like Star Eyes on Green Dolphin Street have traditional intros that mostly happen the same way. If you can learn to play those and communicate them with music, that'll give you a way to get the music off running. And another thing that I like to do is look at myself in the mirror counting a tune off or playing a tune off. See what I look like. Am I relaxed? Am I confident? Do I look like I know what I'm doing? If I can create a feeling of real strength and confidence, that will also translate into the music getting off to a good start. Okay? I recommend all of those practices as things to do to get better at leading a band.